Romance is a strange but powerful force that either changes people for the better or for the worse, intensifying the toxic relationship between the pair and only caring about lust or just straight up about themselves to get what the person wants out of the relationship, from their partner to be petty, cruel, selfish, aggressive, violent, ungrateful, manipulative, condescending, or the person could unfortunately be all of those things towards their partner when they are in a very toxic relationship, which leads to both parties absolutely hating each other and eventually breaking up or getting a divorce if they were married for who knows how many years at this point. Sorry for bringing up such adult subjects, but I had to, for those of you who actually had been through those same things in real life as real actual grown and mature adults, and I had to get mature about it since I am currently going to turn 18 next year. Hello guys, Talis here, and welcome back to my channel. Since it's Pride Month, I have to upload this. And you all would be probably asking me in the comments after watching this video, why didn't you upload this on Valentine's Day and not on Pride Month? Because I had a different phone before I had this one. I literally didn't have any time or have the right mental composition to upload this video until 4 months after Valentine's Day. I have to make this video and upload this video because I was currently at school before summer break even started. Here's the answer to your question, and here's a disclaimer for you guys. I will only rank the ships and couples that I loved from media like TV shows, movies, anime, and video games that the couple are from. Books will not be included in this ranking, and I will be ranking these top 5 favorite couples based on the tropes that they were inspired by. If I love their chemistry and are perfect for each other, and especially if their relationship is either super healthy or just toxic, but I won't be talking about villainous couples. That's a ranking for another time, since this and another video that I have already uploaded on July 20th. A day before my 17th birthday had a lot of votes in the polls that I had made last month back in May from you guys, and you all wanted me to upload both videos. And I will be finishing up the script for part 3 and the final part of my very first actual morality ranking video that I have uploaded for next month before my 17th birthday will be premiering after this one. So without any further ado, on to the ranking, shall we? Number 5. Jade and Kotal Kahn, Mortal Kombat. It's funny that they're basically the only video game couple that I loved, and while I loved them, that they are basically Sindel and Shao Kahn. But if they were actual good guys, their chemistry and the tropes that their relationship is based on, the long-lost lover and love redeems tropes. The only important negatives that I have are they had limited screen time in the main story modes of Mortal Kombat 11, since they were basically the best part of the story mode for me, since I have not played the game since I am currently too young to play it on my Switch 2 and Onslaught. The games did not bother trying to develop their chemistry or relationship since their first appearance as a couple was literally back in 2019, and their very last appearance after the DLC was in the mobile game that was unfairly shut down back in 2024. I am talking about Onslaught, but it was simply a bit rushed, and I hoped that they actually returned in the next game, since Mortal Kombat 1 did not add them at all into the overall roster of characters that was a part of the new era that Liu Kang made. After the events of Mortal Kombat 11 Aftermath, or even as DLC characters, but was only mentioned in the story and in some intro dialogue between most of the characters from the roster. Number 4. Blue and Jewel Rio. The enemies to lovers trope, a trope that most people, many people loved. I love this too as a couple because Rio was a childhood favorite movie of mine ever since I was born back in 2009 before a certain sequel came out in theaters back in 2014. So we are not going to be talking about that movie since I know that they have kids, Bia, Carla, and Tiago, after getting married, as they were only shown at the end of the first movie before actually growing up in the second movie. And no, even though most of you liked the movie, I respect your opinion on the movie. We especially do not talk about Rio too. Let me make this brief. And since Blue and Jewel had the enemies to lovers trope printed on their blue feathers, they spent the first movie hating each other and did not actually fall in love with each other until they were both chained together due to being captured by Marcel and his small gang of smugglers, and with Nigel after them. They start to fall in love with each other while chained together, and after getting their chain off with help from other birds and a friendly bulldog voiced by Tracy Morgan. I have to bring this up since so recently in Swapped, Tracy actually voiced the best animated twist villain since Paubert Linksley in Zootopia 2, the Fire Wolf, which is a tree fire Doberman. And Blue is one of the only love interests on this list who has the insecure love interest trope. So basically, in his case, unlike Jewel, he is scared he couldn't exactly fly because of his trauma as a baby chick. He tries to fly in the beginning of the movie but fell out of the tree and got captured by smugglers and spent literally 15 years never learning to fly at all, and feels inadequate compared to a bird who is free-spirited and fiercely independent like Jewel, but he does not fly until the end of the movie where they were falling out of the plane to their watery doom. They finally kiss and Blue actually started flying thanks to the kiss, so he can actually fly like Jewel now, and eventually had kids since they're the first married couple on this list. Finally, on to the top 3 of my favorite couples in media. Number 3. Mr. Wolf and Diane Foxington, bad guys. One of the best couples from DreamWorks finally kissed in the sequel, and I am instantly here for it. And they did not kiss until the second movie after Diane literally beat Kitty Cat up for framing her friends of her crimes. And the reason why I loved the bond between Mr. Wolf and Diane is because Diane was the only one who saw good in Wolf in the first movie, even though that they started off not on the right foot, but ultimately still by far one of the best couples from DreamWorks Studios. Number 2. Dante and Mary, Lady Arkham, Devil May Cry. Yes, the new 2025 Devil May Cry anime that had Nero's voice actor in the game's voice his uncle in the anime that was now going to be greenlit for Season 3. So like the few couples on this list, these two did not start off on the right foot, and Lady started off Season 1 working for Darkcom and literally tried to kill Dante, the literal youngest son of Sparta, and even though she betrayed him at the end of Season 1, well, Season 2 is where things started to get official between the two. Remember back in the Season 1 finale when Enzo, rest in peace by the way, was actually teasing Dante and Lady of being a couple? Well, that was confirmed almost instantly at the end of Episode 4 of the second season where Lady, who just could not restrain herself, actually kissed Dante after learning that he stole one of the arcana from Arius after thinking that she failed on her chance to redeem herself, and like a couple of misfits, I will be talking about in number 1. After these two, the reason why these two fell in love with each other is because they both watched their moms get killed by demons and tried to hide their pain, and that is what stops them from giving up. But in Episode 5 though, is where like the number 1 pick, Dante and Lady actually ended up in bed after playing with Maddie, and more importantly, that talk about their feelings and about ignoring the pain. They kissed again and ended up in bed off screen, and Dante wakes up shirtless when the mansion was under attack by Chi, implying that they both had a special night all to themselves before things went all downhill from here. And at the end of the season, the insecure love interest trope is back, and despite having feelings for Dante, she decides to just leave him thinking that she is unworthy to be by his side. Oh boy. Let's hope that they get back together in Season 3. And finally, number 1. Drumroll. Elphaba Throp and Fiero Tagalar, Wicked. The fact that these two are literally played by 2 queer British actors who are actual members of the LGBTQ+ community in the movies playing a straight couple on screen is what elevates them onto number 1 for me. Elphaba and Fiero really are just the definition of the opposites attract and star-crossed lovers tropes. So, much like the other 3 pairings on this list, these two start on a horrible foot in the first movie, where in their meet-cute, he literally nearly trampled Elphaba with his horse, Feldspur, but at the very least they weren't actual enemies. And Fiero was not mean to her like her roommate was, and spent both movies challenging each other and seeing through their facades and armor to see their true selves, and Fiero was the only character who treated her like a person rather than just a scapegoat, and loves and wholeheartedly accepted her for who she is as a person, which led to As Long as You're Mine in Wicked. For good, the trope is back again, where she finally stopped running away from her feelings and accept that he always loved her. But who am I kidding? It took her half of the song until the very moment when he sings after telling her that it's looking at things another way because she did not believe him, thinking that he was lying to her about her beauty. It took her a while to accept that she's beautiful, and at the end, she is finally happy and loved just the way she is.